So today I'm going to be doing this thing called the not my YouTube tag. Can't say that on the first try, not sure why, but anyways. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a tag that was created by a pair named Megan and Andrew, and this is called the not my YouTube tag. I would say their last names, but the one Megan, I couldn't pronounce it, so I just decided it would probably be less insulting to just say the first name. Anyway, so there's 11 questions to this tag, and here we go. Number 1, how do you find out about new videos? Generally, I find out about new videos based on my subscriptions and my recommendations. I mean, and also like I search keywords that I'm interested in. So for example, when I found one of my favorite channels, I was looking up information on piercings because I wanted to get my nose piercing. So yeah, I find most of my new stuff through friends and through my recommendations. What is a feature of the site that you miss? Feature that I miss, I don't know. I never really paid too much attention. Okay, well when I was on YouTube when I was like a teenager, and I had a channel going, annotations, and they might be really easy to do, but I found that the annotation feature was really simple back then. Whereas now, I think that the only thing you can really do is tags. I've never really seen. I haven't looked, like I said, too much into it. The tags and end page generally do what I need them to do, but I would love to have annotations if I actually looked into it. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard, but it used to be really easy to just string them in. Now it just seems like it's a little bit more of a chore. Number 3, what is your least favorite trend on YouTube? My least favorite trend is definitely the piercing yourself thing. Because as I had a friend that was a paramedic when I was in university, and when I got, it was like, I think it was, I would have been 19, so it was like long after my helix piercing had healed, but he was saying that a lot of people, because I was talking about doing one myself because I really wanted to get more, and because I was a university student, I couldn't afford to, and so I was talking to him about it, and he's like, honestly, piercing your own anything, you can end up with like cauliflower ear if you're doing your cartilage, because you basically separate the cartilage and it makes it so that it can get infected and inflamed, and that way it can turn into something called cauliflower ear. But also like the amount of infections and stuff, and the fact that the older generation, like my age people, are doing this kind of stuff and kids are looking up to them. I've seen it on so many like popular people's channels and stuff, like where they're like every time you get a question wrong, you pierce your ear or something. Like, that's really dangerous, and especially if you're not using sterilized tools and equipment, or if you're not experienced, you could end up getting really sick from doing that kind of stuff. And I really don't think that that's something that people who are influential or who are influencers should be doing. So that's a trend I'm not really a big fan of. And also, cancel culture. Everyone just going online and just hating on everybody. I don't like that at all. I mean, whatever happened to the day and age when everyone just supported each other? Can we not go back to that? That's why I loved YouTube, was I loved seeing like all my favorite people coming together and creating together. I loved the phase of diss tracks because, like, for the most part, like, you kind of knew that there was no real beef between people. But now that literally people are bringing out text messages and bringing out, like, it's just, people are just setting out to hurt each other, and I don't like that. Number 4, what is the most drastic thing you've done to get YouTube subs or views? I haven't really done anything drastic. I feel like I actually wish I would have done more. Like, I was wanting to do a few different things, as in like travel vlogs, and actually this was supposed to help me get out of my comfort zone to do those things. I don't think I've done anything crazy. I went zip lining, which wasn't even like a zip line. It was like a 150-meter zip line above a zoo. And it was like approvable for my 4-year-old, so it wasn't like a big drastic thing. I don't really think I've done anything crazy to get YouTube views. I've been, like I said, trying to step out of my comfort zone. I've been cooking a little bit, trying to do like cooking videos. I've been honestly just trying to better myself, and I've been wanting to bring you guys along with me. Now, I have promised to go to abandoned places, and I guess I could say that's a little extreme, except it is something I really want to do. The only thing is that it's stupid to do that stuff by yourself, and I know that. Therefore, I haven't done it yet because I haven't found anyone who's comfortable with going with me. So as far as anything, I don't think I've like stepped out of my boundaries or anything. But no, I don't think I've done anything too drastic or anything overly crazy. Yeah. Number 5, do you have any regrets on YouTube? As in content, strategy, or personal? I do have one regret, and that is that I haven't done as much as I wanted to. I wanted to use the YouTube channel to kind of get out of my comfort zone. I wanted to use it as a, because I don't have friends that are kind of pushing me to do my, like, to live my dreams and stuff. Like, I mean, I do. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said. I'm sorry to my friends that are watching this. I don't mean that. I do have friends that are behind me, but I feel like I need a little bit more of a push than they offer. Is that fair? So I was hoping that by having the YouTube channel, it would push me a little bit harder to do the things I wanted to do. So I did plan this year to go up to Alberta in May, and we didn't go. That was going to be mine and my son and my sister and my niece's first time in an airplane. And actually, like, I mean, like, I've been to Quebec and I've been to New York, but it was my first time that I was actually going to be, like, going, like, those were all, like, class trips or trips with friends, but this is going to be our first, like, uprooted family trip. And I had everything kind of planned out. I had the tickets all planned out, and I had, like, some of the things we were going to do planned out. I had where we were going to stay, but a couple things just kind of unraveled. And it just got a little bit too stressful, and my sister ended up not being able to go due to a few personal things. And then I just, like, I wasn't prepared to go by myself with a toddler for that kind of a trip. So it just ended up not happening this year, but I'm really hoping next year. Other than that, I wanted to do more, like, road trips. Like, I want to go out to see a friend that I'm really excited to film with. He's a good friend of mine named Tyler. I've shouted him out before as well. But he's a really good friend of mine, and we've been talking a little bit lately about getting together and filming a couple of videos. And so I'm really excited to go out and see him once the weather kind of clears up, because the snow has finally come and the freezing rain right now. I mean, as far as regrets, I mean, I just regret not doing as much as I hoped. I wanted to go on a kayaking trip this year. I wanted to go on a camping trip this year. I wanted to go to Alberta this year. There's a lot of things I wanted to do that unfortunately I didn't get around to, and, you know, there's always next year, right? Number 6, how has your channel changed since 1 year ago? Well, 1 year ago it was an account, but there was no videos on it. So as far as anything, I guess the fact that there's actually stuff on here is actually, and there's also subscribers. I've got, what, 37 now, I believe. So thank you to the 37 of you, and please refer my channel to your friends. I'm really trying to hit 50 by the end of December. It would be really cool if I could. But yeah, as far as anything, the biggest change is that there's actually videos on it. Number 7, what do you do to support your favorite YouTubers? I share their videos on Facebook, I like their videos, I subscribe to their channels, I share their videos on Twitter if I like them that much. I have a couple favorite creators that have Patreons, and I have actually signed up for some tier of that for a couple of them. And then I've also got a couple of the YouTube memberships, only what I can afford though. You know, I've got a really, really tight budget for what I'll do to support other people, but when I can't afford to do that stuff, obviously I don't. There's nobody forcing you to do that stuff, right? So, yeah, I do support people on Patreon, I do share videos, and I do subscribe, and, you know, I shout people out too. Some of my favorite YouTubers are actually my best friends, and I shout them out all the time, whenever I can. But yeah, no, I always support my friends and my favorites in every way I can. Number 8, how do you define success? I define success by, like, feeling good at the end of the day about what you have, what you've done, and what you're part of. I try really hard to stand behind things that I really care about. And I mean, at the end of the day, if you can go to bed with a smile on your face and with a happy, guilt-free conscience, it means that you've done something good. And so I think success is just being able to wake up and go to sleep with a smile on your face, knowing you've done something good. Number 9, are you happy? I have a wonderful kid. I have a very supportive family. I have a very, very tight-knit group of supportive friends. I'm happy, but I'm not like as happy as I could be. Number 10, why do you do YouTube, and how long do you think you'll keep doing it? So I do YouTube, like I said, for a couple different reasons. I do YouTube because I like having that motivation to push myself. I also like having something to look back on. Like when I go look at the videos from the beginning of the year with my sister and stuff, so many videos we are literally laughing until we're crying. And I mean, it's a lot funner to tell a story when you've actually got it on tape, you know? And I like YouTube because, you know, I think, okay, I'm going to get deep for 45 seconds, just bear with me. I lost my dad when I was younger, and all that I really have of him is photos. And so, like, I have a couple videos of him, like, talking or laughing or whatever, and those mean everything to me. And the fact is that technology is a gift. You know, back in the, like, my grandmother, she had one photo of her father, and it was destroyed. And that was the only photo she had because the technology they had back then didn't allow for everyone to just have 3,000 videos and photos of themselves on their cell phones. So obviously, like, technology's come a long, long way, and we are so fortunate to be able to capture ourselves and to capture videos, to capture our memories, and just have them always be accessible. Like, if I saw something crazy right now, I could pull out my camera and film it. Like, they didn't have that back then, and so it's really cool. I love YouTube. I love the opportunities it gives you. And I'm gonna do it as long as I honestly can, as long as it interests me, and as long as I feel like it's helping me to become who I want to be, and do what I want to do. I'm gonna continue to use it. So the very final question is: has YouTube made your life better or worse? YouTube, I will say, it does get stressful sometimes because I do get strapped for time when I want to like film or whatever, because I've made a promise to myself that this year, 2019, I would release a video every single Tuesday, which I have done, by the way. But it does kind of get frustrating because I want to give you guys really good content. I want to have really fun things to look back on, like these sit-down videos like I'm doing right now. I'm not like very happy doing them. They're fun, and they're fun to watch back, and they're fun to film. I just don't enjoy that every video lately I've been doing has been sit down, tell you guys questions you probably don't really care about. You might care about, and hey, if you care about these things, I'm so happy that you're here. But, I mean, it's just, right now it's just about trying to grow the audience a little bit. I don't really care too much about the numbers, you know? But it is nice to know that the effort that you're putting into it is kind of being given back a little bit. So as far as anything, it hasn't really changed my life too much. Actually, I feel like it's brought my sister and I closer because we're doing more stuff together. You guys see us have laughing attacks all the time, and it's really cool to have some of those on film. Like it's kind of like it's like a deep, like, successful feeling having those things on film, and like her daughter and my son can look back on it someday and be like, oh my god, this is so funny, or oh my god, I can't believe they were laughing at this. Honestly, it hasn't made a huge impact on anything in my life. It has actually highlighted the friends that are supportive and not supportive. It's like, definitely you can tell who kind of is there for you and who isn't by how they react to you having videos. But yeah, no one's really been like a naysayer or anything like that, so it really hasn't affected my life in any certain way. No, that's the end of this tag. It was just a really short tag, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!